with the fireplace.
When he waddles away like that, it was so funny.
I don't know if he's included in this or not, but we're on take number 3 of this intro for anybody that's wondering because this thing won't record.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 4 of the Tournament Committee Potty, of the Tournament Committee podcast, of the potty. The potty.
Episode 6, if you ask us.
Episode 6 because it's episode 4, but this is our third time trying to record the intro. IT work is not our specialty over here. We could run okay golf tournaments, for sure. Learning how to screen record a meeting apparently takes months. How are you boys doing? Merry Christmas Eve, and happy holidays to all who celebrate.
Doing fantastic once again.
I might do a talking strike in this one now, just because
Yeah.
I got nothing left to say.
Well, the energy was kind of low in our second recording, so hopefully now that we've got the anger out, that the fact that we've had 2 recordings that have been great and didn't record, I hope this is our third time's the charm here.
People just got to trust us when we say the first recording is really good. What you're listening to, maybe not so much, but that first recording is good.
I might release the first recording. So the first recording didn't record the screen, and it didn't record Ty and Shazzy's audio. It just recorded mine. So we could launch that. We might just launch that.
Blake's.
This is just Blake talking.
With no context or responses.
No context.
Just imagine what we said.
They'll get
No, I could.
That's the fun part of it. You could just it's like one of those like things where you fill in like an adjective or like a noun, and then you get like a story after it. That's like you could like do that. We'll print out the script of like everything I said, and then you could fill in Ty and Shazzy's thing. That could be fun.
Be a good time.
Well, Merry Christmas Eve, boys. Where does this podcast find you?
The North Pole.
Okay, Santa.
You guys would be together if you're in the North Pole, Ty.
And you.
I'm in the South Pole, actually, so.
Shazzy's a bigger elf than I am.
Shazzy's like
right,
elf from Elf.
6 inches bigger, yeah.
That was a joke made last night too. That was a good one at the time.
Repeating jokes now for the third time.
Yeah.
I had to sneak it in somewhere.
No, thankfully
It was good first time, guys.
What's that?
Do you want to check and see if this is actually screen recording now?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
So on the display, it is, and that it wasn't showing like that before.
Do you have to pause it to see if it's recording? Because I think it'd be funnier if it was recording. It's like freak out. Actually, no, I don't want to be recording. That doesn't work.
You want me to freak out like I did last time? Like I did 10 minutes ago?
It was pretty funny, yeah.
Sure, yeah, it was. It was
Me and Shazzy were trying very hard not to laugh.
Yeah, if you looked at our screens, you could see us both forcing to not laugh.
You guys were not trying to hold back laughter. You guys literally were laughing.
No,
I tried. I didn't say I was
trying. We were trying.
I was trying.
No, I get it. I get it. If my downfall and my lack of well-being creates good content, then I'm fine with it. I'll do anything for this company.
Coming from the guy who gets off on tormenting people.
Okay, what if we gave everyone the spark notes of what we talked about in episode in our first recording? Okay. Brief notes. PNC Champ. Do you guys watch? No. Tiger and Charlie aren't in it. And what do we say? Let's say it all at the same time. Tiger isn't the needle. Doesn't move the needle. He is the needle.
Yeah, there's no way you're getting us to say that at the same time.
Just embarrass me. Do you guys have anything today? Anything to add?
No, I think we covered it in the first 2 recordings.
Well, unfortunately, no one's going to be hearing those recordings, so maybe you could chime up and talk here.
I think Ty's going on his no talking.
I was trying to figure out how long it would take you to
boycott. I figured it out within 3 seconds because you talk. Usually, you can respond to those things.
Oh, no, it's a good idea to not talk on a podcast that is about talking.
Yeah. Well,
and that's kind of my role over here. So don't steal my not talking role.
Third time's a charm, right, guys?
I hope so. Because might not be another tournament committee podcast if this doesn't work.
All right, you want me to take the reins here?
Yeah, please, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. When we were talking last night, we figured out that Blake's golf game is actually back, which it's not, because he played on a sim, and sim doesn't really count. And once he gets on the golf course in March, when we're out in BC, which we'll talk about our schedule coming up, Blake will get waxed by both me and Shazi. He will go on an angry little strike that he's the worst golfer out of the three of us, and then he's going to be angry for a couple weeks, and then about a month later in Alberta, I'll let him beat me. Let him is keyword there. And so that he'll be happy, just so that my sanity is better because Blake's happy that he beat me in one round of golf where I wasn't trying. Did I cover it all?
I'm going to let Blake respond to that one.
That was a doozy, Ty. Really good stuff from you. First point, I know it's sim golf, but you guys have played sim golf with me. I'm notoriously bad at sim golf. Like, I'm usually worse at sim golf than I am at outdoor golf. So the fact that I'm good at sim golf, I was good at sim golf the other day, was good. And I wasn't just like good, I was dialed. Like I was hitting greens. I don't hit greens ever.
Maybe you've just changed though, where you're good at sim golf and you suck outdoors now.
That's what I was going to say. That would be the funniest outcome.
That would be my last straw. Because I'm not really big. I had a great time the other day at the sim, but it's not usually my favorite. I usually don't go that much in the winter.
Yeah, I don't like sims either.
Now you got to work on your game because it was struggling, so you'll be there all the time.
I'm after you. And there's this new spot in Hamilton that's only like $30 an hour. Super nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
30 ducks an hour?
What'd you say, Shaz?
Is it TrackMan? Or like what is it?
It's the new. It's
$30
the new one,
TrackMan.
too. It's the new one that has the impact camera, so it allows us a slow mo of your impact, and that would have been terrible on an off day, but on a good day, seeing that club face square at impact, nice.
Did you do your perfect putting stroke again so you can get video of that, or?
No, unfortunately, the boys I was golfing with only wanted to do the auto putts. I argued against it, but I'm for the people. It was a 3-against-1 argument.
So yeah, he was doing real good at golf when there was no putting involved. So
He is Blake's short game, Shaz.
Putting's the best part of my game.
yeah, well maybe it isn't anymore. I played golf this summer. You weren't making very many putts.
That's the only thing I was doing. I think it was actually the opposite. It was actually.
You don't remember Legends? You blew like so many putts way past.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
Legends was like. I feel like we played so many slow greens that like. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna say what I'm about to say because you guys will just be like, oh, excuses. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna give you guys that satisfaction.
Yeah, well, we all played the same courses, so whatever greens you played on, we played. So
So yeah, I'm gonna wax you next year.
Deer Park shows? Same greens?
pardon?
Deer Park?
For 9 holes, Shaz, you played the same greens.
Yeah, we played the same. We played the same greens. Yeah, actually, I played 9 1/4 of a hole, but yeah.
Shaz, let's digress to your game right now. I heard you didn't have a good time at the sim golf the other day. I heard Corbin almost beat you.
Yeah, so I'm the opposite of you, Blake. I suck indoors and I'm good outdoors. So
That's usually what I am.
well, not this year. So yeah, the game indoors not doing so hot, but we'll be all right. We'll get out there, BC, and you just watch.
Are you fighting your snap hook still?
No, dude, I was sculling the ball like 10 yards. It wasn't going very well. Yeah, I was hitting shots I haven't hit in years.
Sculling the ball.
Yeah, it was not good. Like there was like 3 shots that didn't even get off the ground.
Maybe you're entering your 2021 tie era where you just like stop golfing and then stop forgetting how to play.
I'll never. If I end up playing as bad as golf as I did in 2021, I will quit the game. So.
Well, that's what I did. That's what I did this year, essentially. I played like 15 rounds this year. I think that's the least I've played like ever, and Blake lacked because of it. Another thing we talked.
You better up those rounds going into next year when you get your invite to the internet invitational, buddy.
Yeah, we need you on top of your game.
We're gonna get into that conversation again for the 3rd time of this episode, and then also.
I don't think we brought it up yesterday.
No, we didn't last night.
No, we didn't. No, I'm gonna leave the. There's only room for one little person at the internet invitational,
No.
and Chaz
No.
got there first. And
I think statistically, there's room for at least two. Like, if LeBron James is there, you guys are like,
if LeBron
same,
James
right?
is there,
LeBron's like James. They're trying to get LeBron in.
well, LeBron was tweeting about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're trying to get, and you and Chaz equals one LeBron. So you're perfect.
No, that's That's Chaz's. I'm gonna let him have it.
No. No.
I'm gonna pivot to. I'm gonna head down to TPC and check out their new rink. And,
He's going hockey now.
I'm going hockey.
Yeah. You got to know that state though to play hockey.
Do you know who would Do you know who loves my hockey content? It's Darren Price. I'm doing it for him.
He does. He does love it.
You got any special guests for us today, Ty?
No. There's a lot of people that reached out and want to be on, but no, I didn't surprise anybody. Mostly because we're on our third take, and I wouldn't be able to invite them 3 times.
Yeah, could you
but in the
imagine?
future,
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't. It's fine. You know, just interrupt me as usual. In the future, we will definitely have more guests. I think guests that kind of similar to how the Dickey interview was a couple weeks ago. You know, talking about the training aspect of things, maybe the mental game. You know, that aspect of junior golf that's actually valuable for the players is kind of where I want to take it. But there's, you know, a lot of good people in the golf industry, especially in Canada. And I think we have a pretty good opportunity to just highlight a few of those people and share some knowledge with the players, which is I'm excited about.
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, Shaz. I've been talking a bit too much. Shazi, what do you guys say?
Honestly, I was just gonna say we should probably lock down this recording thing before we start having more guests on. But that was about all
Thankfully,
I have.
for the 20th time, I think I figured it out.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll see.
We'll see when we're on take 4. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I will say though, if we were to get another special guest, there's no one as special as DP. So, not saying they wouldn't be special, but you guys got anything more to talk about before we move into the 2026 sketch?
No, I think it's perfectly in its schedule. Oh,
Okay.
Ty's got something.
Let's take a little.
What's with you in short form and things here, like sketch, potty? What's going on?
I don't
with
think
that?
he meant to say potty. I think that was
accidental.
He's still used to being with his nephew right now. He's trying to potty train him.
Yeah, I was on morning duty with the nephew. That's not my job. Uncle duties do not potty train.
Before we get into the schedule, I do want to give a shout out to Doug.
Why?
We talked about him last night, and I just want to make sure that he does get the shout out that he deserves because I love Doug.
I was texting Doug this morning about what happened yesterday that we can't mention.
What?
Doug, my official Blake brother-in-law power rankings are Doug, Nick.
No Nick slander, please. You could.
No, I'm not. He's just below Doug.
You could pump up Doug without slandering Nick.
Hey, Nick's top 2. More can you ask for?
What we did talk about in our first recording was that who I golfed with on Sunday at the Sim was my father, Steve, and my brother-in-law, Doug, and then his brother-in-law, my brother-in-law's brother-in-law, which was a really good fun time. Alex from Philly.
Which I still don't know if Ty understands brother-in-law's brother-in-law, to be quite honest. But
I just never heard people say my brother-in-law's brother-in-law. I don't know, just not a common phrase, I guess. I understand it.
Hey, Shaz? Ty? Small. Speaking of big domes, Ty has one. Ty has a big one too.
Not as big as yours, though, buddy.
Not as big as mine. I put one of my hats on my 10-month-old nephew this morning, and it engulfed him. And he's a unit, but it literally came down to like here, and he has a.
But he's also
Shaw's.
10 months old.
Yeah.
it's not hard to have a bigger head than me, so.
Yeah. We should put a pic up of when Shazi tries on my hats.
Dude, I have like small bucket hats, like kid-sized bucket hats, and they're too big for my head.
Wait, this is actually I have your ping hat at the top of my stairs. Give me 1 second.
Why does he have your ping at?
I guess I left it somewhere.
It's this is Shawzy's hat setting here.
Yeah, try to put it on.
Throw it on.
Part on the hair. I don't want to stretch it.
That's a problem.
Why do you even have that?
Yeah, let's talk about the 2020.
I left it in his car or something.
Do the rest of the podcast like that.
It's a beautiful hat, though.
I will be actually, because it's also one of our
What
partners.
what a great hat.
Yeah, I love that hat.
It is a really.
It's funny because they gave us like 6 hats this year, I think, and that's the best one in my mind. And we all took the same
We
hat.
all took the same hat, yeah. The gray one's pretty cool, too, with the mountains.
Yeah,
No,
the gray doesn't really work for us, so it gets too dirty.
Yeah, I need a block. All right. Well, are we doing the schedule now, or what?
Yeah, let's take a
Yeah.
quick break and hear from our partners, and we'll get into the 2026 schedule.
All right, schedule.
First of all, we were kidding. We don't have any ad reads yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe if our listeners grow a little bit. What do you think about that, Ty?
First ad will be Blake Short game.
Yeah,
What are we doing with the backgrounds here, fellas?
I'm in my grandma's basement right now.
I'm camping, bro.
We
Yeah, there it is.
switch locations in between things here.
Well, we're on take number 6, so like, who knows where I'm going to be the next time we take this.
Okay.
All right, 2026 schedule. Let's get her going. Yeah?
Yep. Get her going, Ty.
Okay. All right. Well, big day. We released the schedule with a few TBDs, which we'll get into here. I guess to start off, which events are you guys most excited for on that schedule?
I haven't even looked.
Yeah, but Blake put out the teaser. Doesn't know what's on the schedule though.
No.
I think honestly going back to Florida. Looking forward to being out of the cold for a few weeks in the middle of winter.
Coming up on 1 year to the day. Just that 1 year in like 2 weeks. Until we're back January 8th to 10th at Innisbrook Golf Resort. Copperhead course.
Copperhead
and Island.
PGA Tour venue.
Yep.
And Island, the one that is no fun.
Yeah, we'll make sure to choose the correct pin on Island 18, right, Shaz?
Yeah, got back right. It's the only spot. It'll be their practice round day. It'll be their tournament day. So don't you worry.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for shows guys, rough and rowdy and our weigh-ins at Publix.
You have to give people context. For that.
I don't know which, like, if this is included in any of the versions yet. Like, I don't know what we talked about and what take here.
Should we just skip that conversation?
Yeah, we should just skip that conversation.
I don't want to have that conversation. I brought it up. Then
I'll break it down real quick for the people.
Yeah, break it down, Ty.
Every year on Christmas, when we're down in Florida, Blake and Shawzy have an annual wrestling match. And it's the funniest day of my year. And before we do the wrestling match, we go to Publix, a grocery store there, and we weigh in. And if you know Blake and Shawz, most of you would think that Shawzy weighs more than Blake. Not the case. Blake weighs more than Shawzy. So it's always funny to see where the weigh-in goes that year. Sometimes Shawzy eats a lot that year, and he's a couple pounds heavier. Sometimes Blake bulks up, he's a couple pounds heavier. And then they wrestle, and it's the funniest day of the year. So look forward to that again.
I don't think Shawzy's ever weighed in heavier than me. Shawzy's 7 pounds soaking wet.
Dude, we were the same weight the first year we did it. Let's relax.
Yeah, 116. What are you now?
I'm like 130 pounds or something.
Oh,
I think you might have you now.
You got me by like maybe 10 pounds now.
Yeah, I'm gained some weight, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I'm not as compact.
incoming dad bod.
All right, let's get this back on the rails. Yeah, 2026 schedule released. Like I said, a couple of TBDs. Let's dive into a few of the TBDs. So first off, very last event of the year, JPT Tour Championship. The golf course that we have lined up is spectacular, and we'll release that and the other TBDs at the beginning of January. But for this Tour Championship, it is going to be an invite-only event. And the way to gain access, we have a list of qualifying criteria to have an exemption in the event, and then there'll also be an option to send in your golf resume. So I'll go through the criteria here. So any 2025 JPT champion, which we had like 53-ish, I think, Shaws from this past year.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Perfect. So 53 in 2025, those will all have automatic exemption. Any champion throughout the entire 2026 season will have automatic exemption. Any member of any of the provincial golf teams, automatic exemption. Any member of Team Canada, junior team, automatic exemptions. Top 15 in the JPT order of merit in each division nationally, automatic exemption. And any winner of any 54-hole Wagger ranked event globally. So if you won any 3-day event on the AJGA or Junior Worlds or the Sage Valley Junior Invitational, whatever event it is, 54-hole Wagger ranked event globally, you'll have exemptions. And I think that the golf course in general will attract a ton of players from out of province, which is obviously what we want. We'd like to have, the whole country represented. But then also just the strength of field from a Wagger standpoint. We'll find out very soon if we have some AJGA stars. I think that will just create this event that's a little bigger than our normal events. And hopefully that Wagger power is really high to provide more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one thing to touch on with that is like even if you don't have meet one of those exemption criteria, just you can still sign up for the wait list, and I'm going through it daily and see who's on it and kind of going through. If you send me a competitive resume, you might get in earlier on, even if you don't meet one of those requirements. So just don't be afraid to sign up for the wait list if you do want to get in that event, and then I'll kind of filter through and see who gets in as early as possible.
Yeah, and touching on Shazi's point there, I know it might sound daunting of okay, it's a wait list. Oh, I'm not going to get in. The criteria, as Ty just mentioned, it's pretty wide open. There's a lot of different ways you could qualify, and as Shazi just said, even if you don't hit that criteria, send in a golf resume, and the odds are there's going to be a spot that opens up. So who knows, right?
Yeah, that'll be a fun event.
And then,
oh, did we lose Ty for a second there?
You got me?
No,
Yeah,
he's good.
now.
Okay. So there's that event. I'm excited about the Alberta swing, adding Lynx Ridge to Sirocco, two pretty solid golf courses in the Calgary area. And in general, I just love Alberta. So I'm excited to get back out there. In Saskatchewan, moving the event from Yorkton, although I do love Yorkton, as I said last episode, moving the event to Moon Lake in Saskatoon, I think was better for the players. And we'll dive into the player aspect of things in a little bit, but the feedback that we got from a lot of people even when we were out there, that if the event was in Saskatchewan, it's a little easier for players and parents to get there, not as expensive with the hotel nights and stuff. So
Saskatoon, not Saskatchewan.
Or sorry, Saskatoon.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've never been to Saskatoon, so I'm excited to finally get there. I've been to Regina and Yorkton and a few other spots in Saskatchewan, but never to Saskatoon, so I'm excited to get there.
Yeah, I heard the golf course is really nice. Just looking at it online when I was going through the stuff, it looks like a really nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and huge thanks to Clinton Schmaltz. He's the one that set it all up for us. Really good guy. Excited to get out there and see him. And then Jason Schneider as well. He was a big, we leaned on him a lot in the Sask region, just to give us some insight and what people were chatting about. So, and junior leader of the year, Jason Schneider.
Yeah.
Well deserved for him.
Yeah.
Certified good guy. Someone who's helped us a lot, especially out in Saskatchewan. Someone who's given us a lot of great feedback. And I remember that conversation that he said this Deer Park in Yorkton was great. But the players are in Saskatoon, and that's hence why we moved up there. So thank you, Jason. That's the reason we're up there. So
Yeah, 100%.
I had a great time in Yorkton, but even the people in Yorkton don't want to be there. It sounds like from all of our interactions with the servers there that when we ask what to do, they say, "Oh, you can go walk around the grocery store." Great.
That one restaurant we went to in Yorkton, Joe Beaver's, was it called?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Great restaurant. I love that place.
Yorkton was great. The province of Saskatchewan gets such a bad rep, and it is beautiful. I love it. I love the people there. I can't wait to get back to Saskatchewan. I think of that time in Yorkton fondly. We mostly stayed in our hotel room and binge watched Tires, which was awesome. But other than that, it was a great golf course, great people out there.
And I think that kind of leads into just a little discussion about how we built the schedule. So we kind of went into this offseason wanting to build a schedule that made sense for the players in general. We always try and limit conflicts, but this year we really nailed down a bunch of dates right across the country that conflicted as little as possible with the MJT 3-day events or the provincial associations, junior championships and Golf Canada's junior championships. We just wanted to make sure that the players have the opportunity to play in as many big events as they can. And in my almost 10 years of making schedules, was the hardest one that I had to make just because of the focus that we put on, limiting conflicts. So I'm excited that we actually did it. It'll never be perfect, but I think we got as close as possible to perfect as we could get conflict-wise.
Yeah, and I think just in the way we built it too, with like conflicts and then just spreading it out across the country a little more instead of like this year where it was all very much based on our operational need of just going straight across the country, but going out and having things a little more spread out, like events to start the year in BC, we're back out at the end of the year, and then Ontario is kind of a little more spread out starting in May. I think it just gives more opportunities and everything's not so condensed in the same region.
Yeah, the two stints out west, I think, is something that I'm most looking forward to, and I know that the players really wanted that because, as Shaz just mentioned, 2025 was all 5 events BC, 2 events Alberta, and then making our way east. Whereas now, for those who haven't looked at our schedule yet, we're going to have 3 events out west in BC and Alberta. No, sorry, 3 events in BC, and then 4 events in BC first.
All right. I'm going to take this one.
4 events in BC, and then
Jesus,
1 event in Alberta, and then we'll be going back.
You're wrong, Blake. So let Ty go. You got it wrong.
3 events to start the year in BC.
Yeah.
1 event in Alberta.
Yeah.
Then we come back to Ontario, and then it's Ontario, Quebec, Atlantic Canada, basically from end of May until end of mid August, and then we got 2 more events in BC at the end of August and early September. 1 event in Alberta, 1 event in Saskatchewan, and then we finish the season in Ontario.
I was getting there. You should have given me a bit more time.
I don't think you were getting there, buddy.
You did not need that.
I got there in the first recording.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, unfortunately, this ain't the first one, so
It's the third.
Yeah, it's a lot more spread out. Obviously, took some of the comments in our year-end survey to heart and really tried to, like I said, just build a schedule that makes sense for the players, which is going back to what we've been trying to do all years. If it makes sense for you guys, then it makes sense for us. And I think that this is a really good schedule once we get these last couple of events and people see the golf course caliber that we have on them and the different style of events that we have. It's really exciting. And getting the preview of the schedule out now so that you can start looking up tournament dates, and most provincial calendars will be out very soon if they're not already out. MJT schedule will be out, or it already is out, and then the registration will be open soon. So you can start getting a hold on your junior calendar next year and really starting to plan that out. So it was important for us to get that out before the holidays, and once our registration opens in early January, it's go time. We're in the home stretch of the off season.
yeah. I think one big question that always comes when we release a schedule, well, 2 big questions, I guess, is like who's like what are these events ranked by? Like what qualifying opportunities are there? Like on the tournament pages right now, it already shows everything in the events like ranked by when it comes to Wagger, Junior Golf Scoreboard, all that stuff. And then when it comes to exemptions and qualifying opportunities, we'll announce all those in the new year of what events are active as qualifiers for what opportunities we have. So there's stuff coming when it comes to that kind of stuff.
In terms of just special announcements in general, from January until March is essentially all special announcements. It's partnerships, it's courses, it's all events registration. I'm very excited for that news cycle from January to March because it's all things that we've been working on that we're finally able to introduce to the players.
Blake's favorite time of the year, writing 100 pressers.
Yeah. Thanks for a reminder, Shaz.
Yep. No worries.
And obviously, a big question is the AJGA start. So basically, how that works is once our schedule is set, basically in the next week or so here, once we get through Christmas, we'll send the schedule off to AJGA, and then they go through it, look at the history, and assign whatever amount of stars, whether it's 1 star or top 5% get a star, winner gets like 3 stars, whatever they decide. They will let us know, and then as soon as we know, we will update all the tournament pages, and there'll be announcements on social about all that and e-blasts. We'll make sure that players know exactly which events have stars and how many stars are associated to each division.
Yeah.
And the Ontario schedule next year, like Shaw said, it's pretty spread out. The golf course lineup that we have in Ontario took a big step up for sure. There's a lot of solid golf courses on there. And the fall stayed relatively the same. 3 out of 4 events will be the same with Spring Lakes, Tangle, and Rebel, and obviously the Tour Champ, which is at a very, very nice golf course. We had a very good fall lineup this year. All 4 golf courses, those 3+ legends. Couldn't ask for much better. And next year's more of the same, just a very, very solid lineup of golf courses. Matches. If we had more events in Alberta would be up there too with those 2 golf courses we got planned out there. But Ontario is probably the best all around.
Yeah,
there's some nice courses.
Go ahead, Lee. Sorry. The caliber of golf courses we have in Ontario is incredible, and I think that's something that we haven't mentioned yet is that like the TBDs and the to be announced courses that we have are like special announcements. Like they're not like yes they're TBD and they're TBA, but they're very nice courses that we cannot wait to announce early in the new year once we registration will be open. So
yeah. Anything else on the schedule next year? I think we pretty much covered it all.
Covered it, yeah.
Okay. Let's wrap up the 2026 season schedule. There'll be more of that in the new year once we open our registration. But now we're going to move into our final recap of the 2025 season from the start of Ontario season on. So stay tuned. Okay, we are back with the third and final part of episode 4 of the Tournament Committee podcast. And we are now going to recap the 2025 inaugural season of the Junior Players Tour. In our last episode, we recapped the first 8 events from BC to Saskatchewan, and now we'll be recapping the final 12 events from Ontario on, starting at Cambridge, a tournament that I was actually not at. So you guys are going to take the reins on this one.
Yeah, we had Joe help us out for this one, which was nice. Awesome to get to see Joe again and get him back on the sticks.
Giuseppe Pizzeria.
Giuseppe Pizzeria, yes, sir. Ping was good. So this was the Ping Canadian Cup at Cambridge, presented by Red Komodo. So it was kind of a fun event in terms of just the sponsors, where it's both of our prizing partners for the year. It's kind of their events around center around them. We got smoked with rain. That was just ridiculous for a little bit. That golf course was underwater for the second and third rounds. There's a point where I wasn't sure if we were going to go, but luckily we had referees and stuff on site that could be out there and help them out through the temporary water stuff and kind of get players around that golf course when it was a little wet. But overall, it was a good start for Ontario. It was nice to kind of get out there and have the Ontario people that we knew a little more from having worked so many events out here in the past, kind of get to see what we were all about.
Yeah, the 14th green was completely underwater on, what was it, day 1 or day 2 when we showed up? We're like, what?
Yeah, day 2 was fun. And luckily they rolled it. They got the course took care of us there for that. That was good.
Yeah.
The course was so bad. Only carts out there allowed were ours.
Yeah. Great start in Ontario. Helped that the event was a Ping and Rekimoto event. And Cambridge is a pretty neutral golf course for a lot of people. So great start in Ontario. And we got to debut our Ping Canada Cup trophy, which got some rave reviews. So that's one thing that I liked about the whole season is we had some pretty cool annual trophies that everyone really enjoyed. So, building on that moving forward will be fun. Coming up with some new designs.
Yeah, the annual trophies were fun. I think also like this event, like it might not have been the hugest in registration, but for our first one, like the level of field was also very good. Like 3 of the 4 winners ended up winning Player of the Year for us. So that tells us how good our field was. Like Wei Gang won the Bantam boys, Riviera Lindholm won the Bantam girls, Riley Bentley won the junior boys, and then Judy Lynn won the junior girls. Like, that's 4 solid winners right there.
Yeah, studs.
I think Riley had a nice little comeback too in the final round.
You boys, Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just saying, get Riley got under par all 3 days to win it, so that was just good, consistent golf all week.
Yeah, 2-time winner, junior boys player of the year, Riley Bentley. Yeah. Did you boys miss me when I was gone that tournament?
No.
No, it was fantastically played.
We just came off 93 days on the road where we saw you every single day. I did not miss you one bit.
No, Giuseppe did a great job on the camera that week.
Yeah, he's taking some risky routes with the drone sometimes, but he made it out.
I mean, none is riskier than I've taken.
Yeah.
Oh, he was like skimming the water.
Yeah, he just put it like right over the water. Like, this is too close. Like, maybe a little too close. Yeah.
Why did you guys tell me that?
It wasn't that close to the water, but yeah, it was going around the water.
I mean,
it was a cool shot.
I do respect my mentality when it comes. I mean, maybe not so much. Maybe in year 3 or 4 when we're not just starting. But my mentality is I'll do anything for the shot. So I like that from Joe.
Yeah, you almost get smoked off the first tee.
Yeah, literally.
I'll do it again. I'm gonna get a shield next year. I'm gonna go right in front of everyone. It's gonna be like at hockey rinks where they have like the cutout, and then I'll put the camera in there.
The ball go by us. So
yeah, Cambridge awesome. Carla's the best. And we're back there next year. So
and they just finished their too. They got a whole new like entrance to the clubhouse and stuff.
Yep. Parking lot, driveways paved, and it's gonna look really good there. So they're getting rid of all those. Carla was telling me the other day, all the hydro poles that are on the one side of the driveway gone.
Oh, that's nice for our setup.
Yeah, and they're extending the driveway out wider, so that'll look really good next year.
Yeah, I think it's
that's awesome.
I know I wasn't there for that event. I was there for the first setup day, but it's always nice arriving to a golf course with good people like Carla. Makes the event so much easier. And I know I wasn't on site that week, but every time we visited Cambridge, they've been nothing but 5-star class. So thank you, Cambridge.
Yeah,
Carla.
especially when you have the weather we had. Like some courses can be more pain to deal with. They were easy. So
yeah.
All right, cool. Moving on to the next one, we got the BioSteel Junior Champ at Tarandawa. That was a big one for us.
Big one.
J Tour America's exemption.
Yeah, only one winner there, Shaz. You want to do the honors?
Well, we had 2 winners, buddy. We had a junior girls division.
Yeah, we had a junior girls.
He wasn't there for that one either.
He wasn't there for the last day there either.
Guy just takes all his time off.
Yeah, seriously. The winner of
day 3. I was there. I only missed the day 3.
And it is for the most important week of the year for him, so we'll have time.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl week. So yeah, back to the tournament. Tarandawa was great. The golf course, that's always a fun course to play. I think it was a good course to have an exemption like that on the line where it is a very tough course and you're not going to like luck your way into winning, I don't think. Like you got to go out there and you got to play 3 solid rounds of golf. And Anthony Asta, who won it, ended up going down to Ambassador and playing the PGA Tour America's event. He definitely did that. Went out in the first group of the day, on day one, and then ended up winning the tournament. So had a great week. Very deserving winner. He was great. Can't say enough good things about Anthony, honestly. And then the junior girls winner was Shayla Whalen. She was just coming back from a long time off from injury, so nice to get her kind of back out there and winning. So
that leaderboard in the junior boys division going into the final round was stacked, and they were all within like 1 to 2 shots of each other. I remember we had like 4 guys. It was who's near? It was Grayson, Jeremiah was up there, obviously Anthony, and then who am I missing?
Yeah, the top 4 were Anthony, Grayson Carter, Jeremiah Walker, and then Evan Hall.
Yeah, so that field was stacked, and honestly, coming down the final stretch, we had no idea who was gonna win, and Anthony pulled it off, and deservingly so. And just on that note, on Tarandawa was so great because Ambassador kind of plays the Ambassador's location for the PGA Tour Americas that Anthony ended up going on to, kind of plays similar to Tarandawa, so kind of a link style, but so that was great. Tarandawa was just awesome. I love that course.
Hard, man.
So hard.
Yeah. Anyway, that tournament was so firm. Greens were so fast, and the wind was howling. And it was not easy out there. And for Anthony to go up in the final round, he was, 3 under? Final round to win it, I think.
Definitely the last day,
Yeah. Just a hell of a round for him. Very deserving to get that exemption. And then, getting to know his family a little bit when I was down in Windsor with them. Just great people. He's off to school now, so hopefully it all went well for him, and I wish him nothing but the best in the future. He's a really good kid, so And turned out was awesome. Ted and his team there are just incredible. We didn't know Ted going in, but just a really good guy. Whatever we needed, it was never an issue. So really appreciative of him.
Superintendent there was great too to deal with on the course. Like we did the pins and stuff for that one, and he was always like, there's a few that I went and tested out in the morning and didn't necessarily like where they were because those greens are crazy, and he would go back and move them. Like they were great to work with. They really cared that we were there. Some courses it's just, hey, we're just another event on the schedule. They really seemed to care that we were there.
Yeah, and that event being a BioSteel event, we had a couple of different BioSteel flavors. BioSteel Pink Lemonade, the absolute best flavor that they have. I think it was incredible.
Pink Lemonade's amazing. We need to make sure they give us some of that next year.
Yeah. Pink Lemonade's 100%. Great. Doesn't beat the grape though.
No way, dude.
It definitely beats the grape. But
no way you just said that. Get out of here.
Nah, dude. It's great.
No, Pink Lemonade was awesome. I wish we had more of it.
It's my second favorite for sure. But grape superior.
And we had what, Ice Pop, White Freezy as well, in the big jugs.
White Freezy actually might be my favorite.
White Freezy's good.
Over grape.
That was the start of the range where we had the jug on the water on the range for everybody at every event. Moving forward from there, which is a nice little touch, I think.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Very, very happy that BioSteel jumped on board, and obviously it was that one event was their title sponsored event, but having BioSteel in the coolers at every single event across the country was a nice little touch for players and parents that I think, based on the feedback we got, a lot of people appreciate it. So very happy to have them on board.
Players walking away with like 10 of them in their hands as they walked out. It's like, all right, guys, have fun.
Yeah, they can take as many as they want. We had so much left over that we were just trying to give it away.
I'm still drinking some.
As you should.
Yeah, turned out. Want to move on to Century Pines, or we got more?
Yeah, Andy Dye, Century Pines, 19 deep.
The Ant-Man.
Yeah. That was a crazy week. So that was the presented by Humber College event. So that was good. They came out before the first round as well as for the awards. So that was nice to kind of have that on the course. Century Pines is a fun one because it is a gettable course. Like they can go out there and you still have to play unreal, like 19 under is just ridiculous. But it is a course that if a guy like Andy goes out there and plays well, he can score. So that was crazy to see.
Andy was on another level that week. I remember I have a funny story, and this was posted on our Instagram as well. Andy hit one on the short par 4 10th hole. He hit the ball to this far, almost hole in one for Albatross. I pull up. I didn't see the tee shot, but I pull up. I see someone that close, and I see them so far back in the fairway coming off the tee. and I went to Mr. Barani. I was like, "Is that a tee shot?" And he was like, "Yeah." Andy almost just holed a hole in one for Albatross, and then he had a tap in eagle, and it was incredible. And I was like, "This guy is nuts."
Yeah, and I mean, you just said it, like Century's, gettable golf course. We had it set up as hard as we possibly could with tough pins, and he's still 19 deep over 3 days. And Terrence is in second at 11 deep, which sucks for Terrence because if you're going out there and shooting 11 under, you're thinking you're probably winning that golf tournament, 9 times out of 10. And just the 1 week, Andy just went nuclear. So it felt bad for Terrence, but he still played incredible that week.
Yeah, I felt terrible for Terrence that week because he was pretty clear of the next person behind the third place player. So the fact that he shot 11 deep, it was pretty clear in second place, and was still 8 shots off the lead is wild and just a testament to how well Andy played that week.
Yeah, Terrence had 6 shots on Mana, who was next behind him.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that was a fun one. I'll go through the winners real quick in all the divisions here. So Lubanzi Solani, one of the Jaga players. He's from Bali.
South Africa.
Just South Africa, yeah. He was like, so Lubanzi and Jay Wardana, both of the Jaga players that were there that week, they were such nice players, like such nice guys to talk to on the tee. Just kind of learning, like, it was so hot that week, and Lubanzi's like, "This is literally nothing, guys. You guys are It was cool. It was fun to talk to those guys. That was a fun week. So we had 3 international players. We had Adam Green as well, one of the folks golf group.
Trinidad.
Yeah. That was cool. Just talk to those guys on the tee. But yeah, so Lubanzi ended up winning the Bantam Boys. Caitlin Ho, who ended up shooting her first round ever under par in a tournament of 67, won the Bantam Girls. It's a heck of a round, 67.
Yeah.
And then obviously Andy Dye won the junior boys, and then Sadie Wu won the junior girls that week. So that was a fun week.
Kaylin shooting that 67 was incredible. And I remember everyone was so excited for her, and it was such a nice moment. I remember talking to Chris McClure, her coach, and everyone was just so beyond excited for her. I'm so glad she ended up winning that event because she truly deserved it shooting that. Especially first time breaking par in a tournament round is insane and just so impressive. I don't think that could be understated. So.
It's not like you shot 100 short and 5 deep to shoot under par for the first time in a tournament. Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So congratulations.
Her parents took this workout home frames, I'm pretty sure. So and I gave it after the tournament. They're like, "Man, well, yes."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, cool. All right. Sorry, I forgot to go to the next one. Anything else you guys want to say on Century? Century was good. Staff there also was great to work with. Spence, some old familiar faces. To work with them again, so that was fun.
Century's always good to work.
Yeah, they were
with.
awesome.
I liked how close Century was to the place, my place. That was a good commute.
Now moving on to kind of more of the Quebec/Ottawa swing. So we had the 3 events in Ottawa/Quebec, the 2 back-to-back in the Ottawa area at Greensmere and Rockland, and the one in closer to Montreal at Le Partage. So the first one was the Ottawa Open at Greensmere. I grew up in Ottawa, so I kind of knew the courses. What did you guys think of the Ottawa tracks?
Greensmere was the first one, right? Yeah. Yeah. The absolute one of the hardest walks ever. I felt bad for the kids. There's that walk between 17 green and 18 tee. I did it like 4 or 5 times in a cart, and I was like, it just keeps getting longer and longer. It's crazy.
Yeah, I played there with my buddies not too long ago, and driving between 4 and 5, and then 17, 18, they're like, "What is this? Like, what is going on here? This is like a mile between the two." It's a fun course to play. It's a really fun course to play, though. It is. It's a challenge, that's for sure. There's a lot of up and down elevation changes. Greensmere is an interesting one. It's not a fun walk.
Yeah. And who won that? Because there was one of the guys from Alberta. What was his name?
It was McKeever.
McKeever, yeah.
McKeever Davis.
Good kid.
Yeah, he was in town for some stuff, so he played, and he ended up winning the junior boys. It was actually a very non-Ontario group of winners. We had Ziping Chen from BC, who won the Bantam boys. The Bantam girls was Riviera Lindholm, beat her sister out. Watching them try to push their carts up the 18th hill every day was always something. And then McKeever Davis won the junior boys, and then Kate Guo won the junior girls.
In Quebec, right?
She's from Quebec, yeah. So we really only have the one.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I interrupted again, and I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I have an issue. I keep thinking you guys are done talking, and then you guys keep talking. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get better at that. Sorry, boys.
When Shawzy's mouth is moving, it usually means that he's still talking. I think. I that's just me. I don't know.
No, I know. I can only put my hand up, and I'm sorry. It's been a long 24 hours, boys.
Go ahead, Blake. What do you got to say?
If I remember correctly, was that the tournament that Soleil almost beat out her older sister Riviera? Like I believe going to the final round, Soleil even had the lead a little bit.
They were tied going into the final round, and then I think after they were tied going into the final round, but then Riviera kind of put her foot down and said this is not happening the last day. So
Yeah.
It's fun to see the two sisters go at it when they're playing in the same division.
Yeah, it didn't happen that often this year. Riviera played up a lot, so that's Riviera's second win of the year for those keeping track. There's going to be more. So Greensmere is great. I like that course. I grew up playing there. I used to play the OBJ match play event there growing up. So I just hate walking it. I'm glad I get to take a card now.
Yeah. Good people.
Rockland. Oh, sorry, little man. Go ahead.
To my credit, there we kind of started at the same time there.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that. Go ahead.
A lot of French-speaking people at Greensmere, which Shawzy loved. Ty and I just couldn't really communicate.
It would be more Rockland. That would be more French than Greensmere, but
I mean, there's a lot of French in Greensmere.
Rockland was awesome. That I actually really love Rockland, like the course layouts. What is it? The east that's behind the parking lot.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, that one was the beast. That course, that nine can beat you up.
Yeah, it's so different than the north and the west or whatever it is there. Like it's so different. So I know when we were there, we played all three during the tournament, and it's just like you're literally playing like a totally different course if you're starting on the east course and then moving over to the north or the west. But in great shape. The people there are awesome, and the kids really enjoyed the property, I think.
Yeah, Rockland's kind of one of those ones where, like in Ottawa, a lot of the courses they're private, and this is kind of like one of the nice little public gems that you can find, and a little bit outside of the city. But Rockland's a great course, and that tournament was awesome. Like, I grew up another course I grew up playing a lot because I grew up in the east end of Ottawa, so I'm a big fan of Rockland, and just kind of seeing some of the OVGA players that are on the team kind of make sure to fit this one into their schedule and play that was nice. Kind of just going through the winners here. So like junior boys with Carson Hurlbert, who I've known for a while here. I took him on a team event last year for the OBJ. So it's kind of nice to see some hometown boys pull off a win. And then Zach Terrien, who was a member at Rockland, won the Bantam boys. And then Emily Watt came down from the Toronto area and won the junior girls. It's always good to see Em and her dad at the event. So
Gianni. Yeah,
that was a fun week. Rockland was good. The course is always in great shape there. Yeah.
The funniest part about Rockland, in my opinion, was when was it Adam Shaws? The
head pro, yeah.
He offered us to put all of our food on his personal tab, which was one of the nicest things any course contact has ever told Shazzy and I. But obviously, we did not do that because we have our own per diems and everything. But that was super nice, and I don't think he even realized how much we appreciated that. Obviously, we did not take him out on that offer, but that was super nice. I loved, as Ty mentioned, I loved the layout of Rockland. It was it's nice when Tournament HQ was there, and as soon as you walk out, it was the first tee, and then 18th green was right to the side. I love that layout. I love the golf course is really nice. Long walk from the parking lot to the thing, which it was a lot of squats for me, but I mean, you give some, you take some. So
full 700 meters.
Yeah, that's a 20-minute walk for me.
Yeah, Adam was great. I just ran into Adam last week, so happy to be back at Rockland next year. Yeah, cool. All right, and then the last Ottawa/Quebec event was our Quebec Championship at Le Partage, just outside of Montreal. That was a good one. Ty was not there. Ty was at the PGA Tour Americas event for that one.
Yep.
Let's go.
Really-
Portage is sorry, go ahead, Blake.
Sorry. Go ahead, Chaz.
I was just gonna say Portage is another fun course. We ran events there in the past, and then when we had a chance to go back this year, like this seems like a fun one in terms of it's got an interesting layout. A couple of the holes are pretty unique. I really like working with Stimo there. Like he's a really nice guy. I would say just don't water the course while we're in the middle of the tournament would be nice. But other than that, fantastic place.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm throwing that.
No comment on that
I'm
one.
throwing that.
Yeah, Le Portage was awesome. I love Quebec. I love staying in Quebec. What more to add from Le Portage? A lot of great players. We saw Oscar Ricketts again. Unfortunately, he didn't get the win over Nucci, his buddy. That was a funny story. It wasn't the story that Oscar got all of his buddies in that event just for him to lose to his buddies.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah.
I felt bad for the guy.
He only lost to the one buddy, but yeah, he lost.
Yeah, because he needed to win to get Wagger ranked, and I remember he had a tough second round. If I'm correct, Shazi, if you have the scores poured up there, and I remember going to that final round. He's like, I have no choice but to go deep, and I don't know if he did or not. What Shaz? What did he shoot there? What did everyone shoot?
He shot under par the last round. He made up some ground. He made up 3 shots in the last round, but was not enough.
Yeah. But
that was just. I was pretty happy just overall in terms of the turnout in Quebec for our first event out there. Like that was a good one, and the support we got from coaches out there, like Brad out in Quebec City, like Antoine, and those guys that we get in Quebec is always great. And Golf Quebec as well, like Tonkin and Emerald, they're always kind of there to help with whatever we need. So that was good. I selfishly, being in Ottawa and close to Quebec, played Golf Quebec events growing up, so I want to provide as much opportunity in Quebec as we can. So that was a good start. I'll go through the winners real quick here. So Aliette Leblanc won the Bantam Boys. He also came out and played a couple of our events in the fall in Ontario. Miley Murillo-Baudouin won the Bantam Girls. Alexander Nucci won the Junior Boys. And then Carrie Chen won the Junior Girls. It's another solid list of winners there.
Yeah. Elliot's such a good kid. He's mostly French speaking, and obviously I'm only English speaking. And he taught me some French that week. And every tournament I saw him at, he taught me a bit more. We greeted each other with Bonjour Elliot, comment ça va? Ça va bien, and that's all I knew. But good kid.
It's good. It's good French there, Blake. Really coming along.
Bonjour Elliot, comment ça va? Ça va bien, bien, comme ci comme ça.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really got much else to say on the Quebec event. We had Ty's buddy help us out as a starter, which was nice, and get me on the golf course a little more, and he did a great job. So thanks to our volunteer starter.
Derek was awesome as a starter. That guy has some pipes. He definitely knows how to use it too.
Also, one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my entire life of Derek on the first tee at that.
Got him mic'd up.
When he was mic'd up and the sprinklers came on, and he's just like, "Yeah, Shazzy, we got another issue out here."
He's so dramatic. He was so dramatic during it. It's so funny.
It was like, yeah, it's all good. I'm working on it.
Oh, that is man! That is one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life.
I have to pull
so
it.
Funny.
I'm gonna have to pull that up.
My AirPods are about to die, so I'm gonna take a note.
Montreal sounded like it was a great time. Wish I could have been there. I love Montreal, so next year I will be out there. And then moving on to the next one, which was Woodington.
All right, yeah. Now moving on to our CIGA event at Woodington Lakes. So this was the CIGA title partner event, which is an academy based out in the Toronto area. Woodington Lakes is a great course. It's always in really good shape. That was a fun event too. I'm gonna rip off the list of winners real quick, and then we can talk about it real quick. So we got Oscar Lin, who won the Bantam Boys. Angelina Chang won the Bantam Girls. Austin Cook was the winner in our first playoff of the year.
in the junior boys over Cash McDonald, and then the junior girls was Kiana Chen. Any comments, boys?
That playoff in the worst weather imaginable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not
Just
fun.
downpouring.
Yeah.
Horrible. I mean, the whole day was like that, but like the playoff just really picked up, and yeah, that was miserable. But good for Austin to win. Sucks for Cash, but then as we'll get to later in the year, Cash got a little redemption at Tangle Creek.
Yeah. That playoff. Following that playoff with our rules official, strictly in the cart. On the playoff, I got my cart stuck while I'm in the camera. I have to be filming in the cart with the camera, obviously, because it's downpouring rain. I have to get in with our rules official, and literally I'm guarding the camera with my life because it was downpouring rain, but I wanted to shoot the playoff. And yeah, thankfully the camera prevailed, and we got some good footage. That's on our Instagram of that first ever JBT playoff. Congratulations to Austin, fellow Dundas boy, my hometown. But yeah, tough for Cash. But yeah, as you said, Ty, he got it back later in the year.
Yeah, Woodington was just a good event overall, other than the rain.
Yeah, no, Woodington was awesome. The golf course, I love Woodington like property in general. That finishing hole on 18 is just incredible with the water.
Yeah.
And even that tee shot, like it's not an easy tee shot, and then even your approach shot's not very easy. And so scenic. Yeah, just what a property. Very thankful to Donovan and those guys for having us out this year.
Yeah, that was awesome. Can we move over to our only Atlantic Canada event of the year? So the Golf PI Atlantic Championship at Dunderave. That was just a great place to be for a week.
Yeah, that was.
You guys' first trip to PEI.
Yeah, I love PEI. I love the Maritime provinces. The people out there are true Canadians, and just the way they treat people, just the way they talk to people. It's really nice. I remember we stayed on the at the resort, the Brunel Resort, on
The Rod.
The Rod Brunel. And as we mentioned in our intro episode, one of the best commutes I've ever had, going from our hotel room, going through the lobby to our tournament HQ was super nice, super easy. I love the Rod. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, it was a great course. Had some great players there too, so Luke McDougall, who shot 9 under over the week. It was a good week there. So Luke McDougall won the junior boys division, and then Liam Wheaton won the Bant boys division. That was just a fun course to run a tournament at. It's a little bit of a spread out property, so there are a little bit of challenges when it comes to managing that aspect of it. But it was a really fun course. Obviously, just a great resort to be on. So that was a good week.
Yeah, PEI is the best. Very excited to be getting back out to PEI next year.
The timing of that event was also great this year because that was our last one before we had a month off, essentially, which was very needed at that point in the season.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, no, PEI was great. Thunderwave was awesome. Golf PEI, amazing to work with. So nothing but good things to say about that event.
Yeah. Now we kind of moving on to the fall swing here. So our 4 Ontario fall series events, starting off with the Salvaggio Dentistry Ontario Open at Spring Lakes. Dr. Salvaggio, great guy. Met him at the tournament there. What, Blake?
I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was just adding that he's a legend. I love Dr. Salvaggio.
He is, yeah.
And he
is a great guy.
Dancer.
That's by far our coolest trophy of the year.
Yeah,
the tooth.
Yeah, the tooth was awesome. Spring Lakes was great too. The boys there were awesome to work with. Another crew that you could really tell from the inside to the turf team really cared that we were there, and wanted to put on as good of a show for us as we could. They were awesome to work with. Look forward to going back there next year.
Yeah, Salvaggio, great guy. Really appreciative of the support. Best trophy, like you said. I've never actually been to Spring Lakes before. Really impressed with the golf course, actually, and the fact that they have 3 18-hole tracks there, crazy. So we'll be back next year, and Braden and his team were just awesome, like you said, Shaw's, and they had a pretty good field for that event too. Who won that event?
Grayson.
In the junior boys, we had Grayson Carter who won it. In the Bantam boys, we had Wade Gang getting his second win. And then the Bantam girls, Soleil got her first win of the year. And then Riviera with the junior girls as always.
Number 3 for Riviera.
Number 3 for her, yeah.
Was that Riviera's first
nice.
in the juniors?
That was her first junior win. Yeah, this is how she got ranked by Wagner, actually.
And then she won. She went on to win Super Camp.
She would have got ranked the next week, but she got more points because she got ranked week 4. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, Grayson came up short a bit at BioSteel. He was just a bit off the lead before Anthony won, but so I'm glad he got the win at Salvaggio. Yeah, Riviera. I'm glad Soleil finally got a win when she wasn't in the division with her sister. But yeah, a great list of winners there. All really solid players.
Yeah, and one thing I'm just noticing now is a lot of our runner-ups end up like winning events later on. So like the runner for this event was Taewee, which we'll get to later on at the Rebel event. But it's nice to see a lot of players that came up just short one week are battling back and coming through later on. All right, moving on to Tangle Creek. So the Ontario Challenge at Tangle Creek. Tangle is selfishly probably my favorite course on the schedule. I just love Tangle. There's just about it.
Yeah. Rich is probably the best guy I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, Rich
He is amazing.
And they're pumping so much money into like turning that place into like as Ty likes to say, a factory.
Yeah.
It is a factory. That Trackman range is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Awesome. And then that par 3 course, I think they're called Breeze, that's supposed to be done like early next year, is going to be just awesome to see. I'm excited to get back there, and I'm assuming if everything's on pace, by the time we get there in the fall next year, it'll be completely done, open for business, and we can maybe get out there and play a little bit. That'd be nice.
Yeah, Blake can start filming some short game content again.
Yeah, well, especially with how close it is to the Coddy. We're going to need to be making more trips out there. Tangle Creek, as I'm going to just back up everything you guys said, one of the nicest facilities we visit on our schedule, and we visit a lot of nice facilities. Rich and his team couldn't be more helpful. Mike, the starter Mike, great guy. Mike White was also there as well. What's that?
Pretty sure the starter's Dan, your friends, but
It's Dan, yeah.
that's Dan.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I'm going to restart that segment.
No, I think you got to keep that.
No, you got to keep that. No.
You got to keep
I
that.
knew as soon as I said it, I was thinking of Mike White. Dan and Rich at Tangle were awesome to work with. Great seeing our partner Mike White from Yellow Car Coach, who is such a good database for our players there, and his son Braden, who is one of the pros at Tangle Creek. So yeah, really nice to see there. Seeing a lot of friendly faces there every year we go. And yeah, excited to get back, and really excited to see how that course keeps continuing to develop.
Mike White became number 1 volunteer that week.
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, helping spot balls on one, helping do a few other things. So
Very needed on one. He's having a spotter there.
Yeah, that's
tournament at Tangle, put a spotter on one.
that hole is so weirdly laid out that it's just impossible. If you put one left, you're gonna have trouble finding it.
Their changes that they made have made it a lot better. Like you can find balls left now and then right's a little more of play. But yeah, no, I'll go through the winners real quick here. So we had Harry Leopold, who won the Bantam boys. Melody Wong got her first win of the year in the Bantam girls. Cash McDonald finally got the monkey off his back, got the win in this event for the junior boys. And then Eliana Buhager, which she was runner-up last week at Spring Lakes as well in the junior girls. She won the junior girls Tangle. So that was good. That was another 4 solid winners there. I was happy to see Cash get ranked by Wagger.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
We obviously as people behind the tournaments, we don't have any bias, or we don't cheer for players at all. But seeing Cash win after that playoff loss to Austin back at Woodington was really nice to see. I was very happy to see him win. He's a really good guy, and he was very happy to get that win. So yeah, that was really nice to see.
And Cash, that might be one of the best names on tour. Cash McDonald.
I think
just a perfect name.
It's one of the coolest things you could name someone.
Cash money.
Also, Melody winning her first event of the fall series. Correct?
Yep. Yeah, it was her first win.
but yeah, so that was good for her. She's in the bantam girls, but she's such an awesome player, and excited to see how her career develops.
She's making the jump to the junior girls next year. I'm pretty sure, as much she told me when I was talking to her, and we'll see how that goes with the added 600 yards. She was excited for the challenge when we were speaking, so should be cool.
Yeah, I think she'll be fine.
All right, moving on to the Adidas Eastern Championship at Rebel Creek now.
Our penultimate event.
Yeah, Rebel is it's a course I had only ever been to once before, and I honestly forgot how nice it is. Like that for a course that late in the year, it was
Mint.
yeah, yeah, it was the amount of parents that came up to us and said like, "Wow, this is really nice." We had a few of the Quebec players play, and when I was speaking there, they're like, "Trust me, we have some very nice courses." And he came up and he's like, "Oh, this is what you're talking about." Like, yeah, this is it's a nice place. So Rebel was awesome to be there, and they were great to work with too. Yeah.
No, they were awesome. The before we get into the winners, the drone shots I was able to get at Rebel on during sunrise were the best I've got all year, and it happened at our second last event. So that was beautiful. I loved Rebel. The clubhouse is beautiful. The people there were awesome. Yeah, not enough good things to say about Rebel Creek.
Agreed.
I'll go through the list of winners real quick here. So in the Bantam Boys, we had Michael Lee, who won the Bantam Boys. Melody won back-to-back, so Melody Wong in the Bantam Girls. Taewee Kim got his first win of the year in the Junior Boys. And then we had Riviera Lindholm with her fourth of the year in the Junior Girls. Shot 8 under for the week. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure when we interviewed Riviera after the round, she forgot what win on the year it was. She wins so much.
Yeah, I remember.
She forgets.
But I remember us having to talk to her like, is this 4 or is this 5? Like, which one is this?
I mean, I lost track after a while, so.
Yeah, Rebel's a cool one. I'm again looking forward to going back to that one. There's a point in the schedule making we weren't sure if it was going to fit in the schedule, but I'm glad it did.
Yeah, just such a mint golf course. Good people there. Very excited to go back to Rebel, and I forgot Taewee won that one because we saw him 2 days before the tournament. We started setting up, and he was going out for a practice round. He looked pretty dialed in, and then obviously, took down a pretty good field of junior boys. So good for him.
I don't think that.
Yeah, there's some
not dialed in.
Sorry, what'd you say, Blake?
I don't think Taewee's ever not dialed in.
Yeah, he is a stick. Like I remember he won some events in the past that we had ran, like just waxed everybody.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that was it for Rebel, and then moving on to the last.
Oh, hold on a sec. Adidas at Rebel. Yeah, but like Adidas, the tee gifts of the hat and the backpack, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Adidas. They did so much for us this year, so really appreciate them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Moving on now.
Yeah, you can move on now.
So moving on to the last event of the year, so the Sundog Ontario Championship at Legends. I'd only ever played the Battlefield court Battlefield course at Legends. So getting to play the Ushers Creek side was really nice. That was another, like, the Forest Ball course was great. Legends was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legends. And I know we said this a few times now, but our lineup of fall courses this year was so good, and the courses were all in such good shape. Like for Legends to be, closer like basically we're in the middle of October, and to still be in that mint of shape was impressive for a public golf course.
Yeah, and we got lucky with only one frost today.
Yeah, very lucky. Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah, Legends.
Yeah, that was
great people there. It was so bittersweet on the last day of Legends. I know we mentioned this in our intro episode as well, but saying, like, going around the whole last day was just going around saying thank you for everyone to joining us in our first season and seeing everyone next year. It was kind of sad, honestly. As much as we wanted the season to be done, to have a little break, it was bittersweet because we just wanted to continue our momentum. But no, it was awesome, and it really felt like a really big community at our last event of the year, based off how many people we had in that field and the great people we had in that field.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the list of winners real quick here. So in the Bantam Boys, we had Bruce Wang. In the Bantam Girls, we had Riviera Lindholm. Junior Boys, we had Riley Bentley get his second of the year. And then in the Junior Girls, we got Andrew Lai, who was just coming off the win at OFSA for girls, and then one at Legends the next weekend. And Thursday, Andrew Winch played a bunch of our events, and her and her family are really nice. Alvin's a great dude.
Yeah, Riley Bentley, first and only 2-time winner on the junior boys side of things.
Yep.
Yeah, cemented himself as junior boys player of the year with that win.
Yep, well deserved. He was a stud all year. Even the events that he played in, didn't win. He just played so well. Just, sometimes you get beat, but he's a really good kid. So happy to see him win, and looking forward to seeing him out there next year. And Riviera, number 5, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Riviera ended up with
We're
5.
losing count right now. We just counted all of them.
Yeah. She's a stud. Absolute stud.
Yeah, excited to see how her game develops, and her sister Soleil as well, who's going to be a stud as well. So,
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much it for the recap.
Yeah.
That was a longer episode this week, but I'm glad we kind of did that. We're a bit more thorough with our recap there. Thanks for hanging in there, boys. Thanks for not bailing on my IT skills. Yeah,
Thanks for hanging in, boys. See
Thanks
you
for
later.
hanging in, boys. That was a long recap, and thank you to everyone who stay tuned for this long of an episode. Do you think anyone's?
I'm gonna do the outro, man. That was brutal.
Do you think anyone has stayed this long?
I was about to say, thanks to my mom, Ty's mom, and Blake's mom for listening at this point, because we're the only people left.
Yeah, that's probably true. First of all, thank you, Blake. Just because, I don't know why I thank you, because we have recorded 4 times. Thank you to everybody for supporting us this year. We really appreciate it. Very excited for next year. It's going to be a lot better than this year. I can already feel it. Thank you to you boys. Merry Christmas and happy holidays and happy New Year. And I will be gone on vacation post Christmas. So no podcast.
We'll still be
podcast.
Emails.
I will be sending emails. There's no days off in this guy's world.
He's just trying to make clear to you, Blake, we're not recording a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I'll record it by myself.
I will not be doing a podcast while I'm on vacation. That's the only rule. I'll do everything else, just not a podcast.
We'll get Joe to fill in for you or something.
Not a bad idea.
Joe's coming to Dominican with me.
We'll have a special guest host. We'll get Jake. We'll get Jake on. We'll get the better Tory area on here.
Might have some more insight.
You're gonna have a lot of editing to do if you get Jake on this pod.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
All right. Okay, boys.
Okay, see you boys. Have a
good
great
chatting.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everyone have a safe and happy holidays. Cheers, boys.
Yep. See ya.
Go Leafs.